and welcome back to Celebrities with Mimi. Today, our guest panelists are Tony and Reese, and so today we're going to be covering episode 2 from season 6 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And so before we get the show started, I want to go ahead and acknowledge some sad news that I heard today for Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole's mother, Frank, yesterday. She passed away yesterday on her birthday. She 62 yesterday. I
Oh,
get to, you know, acknowledge that and give our condolences to the family. Yeah, because that's sad. They're saying right now she had a overdose, but they say
I'm so sorry. My condolences.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and jump right on in. So the episode, it started out, it was finishing up the argument with Karen and Giselle, right? So it was nice to see that it didn't turn into this real drag out screaming match and or throwing things or anything. I was shocked, but I guess I'm saying I was shocked that Giselle kind of let things go. But a lot of times her clapbacks aren't good in person, but she's good in her confessionals with her clapbacks. So I guess I shouldn't necessarily been surprised by that. So, do y'all
Yeah,
agree?
yeah. I think it's more like kind of shocked, not quite sure where everything was coming from. Like she wasn't thinking that she was going to come back at her, I think, and therefore she didn't really have a rebuttal. And I think she was probably trying to think about what the hell she was talking about because when she said in the Sing Sing, I thought she was talking about like Singapore or something. I was like, what Sing Sing?
You know what? When she had said Sing Sing, what I was thinking about was she was saying the crazy house because there have been rumors that Jamal like had somebody pregnant or somebody was pregnant with Jamal when him and Giselle got married, and supposedly, she kind of lost it a little bit mentally and had to go to a mental institution. Allegedly, this is what I've heard. So that's what I thought she was talking about when she said Sing Sing. But then, at least in this episode, she went ahead and clarified that she was just adding to it. She felt like Sing Sing sounded good.
Yeah, but
To
like
me, to me, I took it kind of like she was saying the hot box and the Sing Sing, like if the hot box was some sort of like disease or something, and Sing Sing was like the hospital or the doctor. That's what I was taking it. But I was like, I don't know what a hot box is.
Because when I went back and I saw it, and she was like, "That's why we had to go to Sing Sing." I'm like, "Wait a minute, that does kind of sound like the treatment." But the first time I didn't catch that. I just heard her say that's what I heard her say something about going to Sing Sing. So I was like, "Oh, I guess she's talking about the mental place."
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. Like you have somebody spewing things at you, and you're sitting there in your mind trying to think about what is it she's talking about, and you can't come back with a clap back because you're trying to figure out what the hell she's talking about.
With Sing Sing.
Yeah, I've been like, did she go on a trip with me somewhere? Where?
But what was crazy is out of all the stuff that Karen said about her, the only thing she kind of questioned about, she was like, "What is Sing Sing?"
Yeah, because it
So
threw her.
Yeah, it was like you're not gonna go off about her talking about your hot box and you slut and all this.
It kind of seemed to me that she owned it.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of seemed like.
Yeah, she seemed like she owned that. Like, yeah, okay, it is hot. That's right, and I can do what I want and who I want. And I think we're kind of getting in a generation where being labeled a whore isn't bad. So I think she was just kind of like, whatever with all of that. But I think she was.
Still consider it bad. So if somebody called me a whore, we're going for it.
Yeah, I would too. But I mean, she just seemed to own it. And when she called her, she said she was the broke whore of Hampton University, and she didn't clap back at that either. And I was just kind of like, okay. I think she was just kind of stuck. I think when you get stuck in that moment, you're just like, dang, what the heck was she talking about? Dang, maybe I should have said this. Maybe I should have said that. But you
Maybe.
have time to think and revisit.
Maybe that could have been it. So what did y'all think about Mia? Like when she said something about knows a person's heart, even though she just met Giselle and Giselle has a good heart. I'm like, wait a minute. Your friend that you came here with is arguing with this woman. Where's at?
I think because I don't know. I think it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like she was just kind of lost herself. Like what the heck is going on? She's never seen Karen like that. So maybe she was just trying to figure out a way to say, I don't think she meant it like that, or she was coming. Maybe she was just trying to play devil's advocate as opposed to being her friend, so to speak. I think everyone tries their best to seem a little bit neutral.
Yeah, and then she said, she was saying she was trying to break the ice, but it's like,
because she was saying that. She was also saying that Wendy didn't do her part in calming down the situation.
Yeah.
So I think she thought maybe her saying that and thinking it was gonna smooth things over a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, what did you think about that, Grace?
She kind of was. Well, I mean, I guess when you look at how she was at the party and then how she was at the other party, she kind of jumped back and forward. And me personally, because she doesn't know everybody, maybe she should have stayed out of it completely if she wanted to be neutral. But I do think that since it was Wendy's house, Wendy's party, she could have did a little bit more too. It was like only time she interrupted. It was like she was cool with letting the drama go on and continue on until it was time for them to introduce what the food was. It was like, ladies, chef.
Right? I was like, how are you gonna sit there and calm people down so they can hear what the food is and then let them continue arguing? I think that would throw me off. I think that could be another reason why Giselle was thrown off as well. She kept being interrupted.
But the one thing I did like was Wendy, she wasn't allowing the gang up to happen because, sometimes with this group of ladies, they will gang up on just one person. And she did shut that down because she saw Robin was trying to creep in there and trying to do like that. And she's like, no, we're not going to gang up. So I did like that. But I do feel like she kind of let that go on too long. And like you said, she was trying to bring attention to the wrong things or trying to calm them down at the wrong times. Absolutely. Okay, so we also got to see Mia's family. Okay. So Mia has 3 kids. She has 2 with her current husband. And then we saw her husband as well. Anybody have any thoughts about Glenn? I think that was his name, right? Glenn?
Yeah, G.
G, yeah.
Oh, G. Yeah, that's what they were calling.
That's what his friends call him is G. I was like, okay, G. Old G. G spot. I don't know, because then she kind of implied how he puts it down. So I'm like, what group of women like sharing what their men do in bed?
And then they know they won't hold it when they get mad. Look at what Giselle just did. Oh, with Ray thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you didn't have to do that. And I feel bad because I like Ray. That's just like Nene Lee's husband, Greg. I like Greg. I think they're nice guys. And so, yeah, the attack upon Ray, I did feel bad for him. And I thought that was a little uncalled for. She also called him Uncle Beans, too. But they didn't show that.
I didn't know that.
Called him Uncle Beans. Yeah.
I think that's mostly because of how he presents himself. He's not the hip older man. G seems like the hip older man.
Yeah.
Ray seems like the old man. So I think that's where all the differences come in about him doing this, him doing that. Their swag is totally different.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, G got swag.
Like you saw Ray and G coming up in a spot. I think I tend to lean more towards G than Ray.
I would, but I'd still be giving Ray like that respect, like that old cat respect,
Yeah, like
But
I
if
respect Uncle Ben.
Well, say that again.
but if
I
you
said
looking
I
at
respect
like
Uncle Ben.
just our thoughts on him, I mean, I thought like because when she said he was way older, I'm thinking he gonna be like some old. I don't know, but I was like, oh, he actually wasn't a bad looking old man, and then his little bald head and like it works.
It
And
works.
then I was agreeing with I do think that Ray could cut that off. Maybe I don't know how he would look with a bald head, but like it's kind of thinned out and stuff. Like yeah, he probably could be a little cuter with a bald head. Maybe I don't know. Try not to be mean because he did seem like a sweet dude.
He seems sweet, but even
Yeah.
still,
He just
guess-
he just old.
yeah, he's old. When you put your business out there, I mean, you kind of leave it open to be made fun of and criticized. So she shouldn't
But
say
really,
what she says.
but you got to think about it. What if you told me something about your man, something that I shouldn't be repeating, and I choose to repeat it, like in a disparaging way in front of people?
I wouldn't do that. Just because I wouldn't want it to come out like that. He could make you mad and you feel like you'd say something, or I make you mad and you feel like you say something. So I just think that kind of stuff, you really would trust with, soul friends, not just a group of gossiping ladies. These women are not, they say they're friends, but they're not really friends because you don't talk to your friends that way. You don't do your friends
Right.
that way. So
Right.
me personally, I would totally keep that close to the vest or only tell it to people I know wouldn't use it in a derogatory way.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And so we also saw Candace and Chris were talking about he's managing her. I'm still trying to figure out what is he managing. Well, I guess she has somewhat of an acting career now. I guess that's what she has going on. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like he's managing a lot, the acting and the singing, because he was trying to make sure she remembered she had to do her music.
Okay, so supposedly this has a video out now. He recently released it. I haven't heard it. I haven't gone over there to listen to it either. It wasn't something I would want to listen to anyway.
Yeah, her music isn't my style, so I don't really do the swing stuff. I'm not there yet. You, Reese?
So, for you,
I mean, I never heard her stuff, so what the little bit I heard, I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see what it is, but I don't know.
yeah, maybe you can go listen to it. Tell us about it. You see, I have no interest in going into
What is that? I want to see what the show is that she's doing, or movie show, whatever that was.
Yeah, they kept showing some of the movies, and I guess because maybe I just didn't know who she was. I don't remember seeing her, so I don't know if she had real parts or if she was just
didn't, because she blew up everything.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, I can't remember what movie it said she was in. I was like, I thought I saw that, so I had to like rewind and remember if I saw her in there. So, but she said this was a pilot, so it hasn't even been picked up yet.
Okay. Well, now it should be.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
But she never gave the name of the show, so I don't know.
That's why I'm curious about that.
Yeah, or what stage it was in. If they're filming, it should have had a pilot name, right?
Right.
Should have.
A series name.
Okay, so
yeah. You're so right, Yolanda.
All right, thank you, 313 Yolanda, for your comment.
What is that? Singing. Well, let's see. She has the
singing school.
She has the acting.
And she's
we ain't seen her dance yet. Have we seen her dance yet?
Does she do that?
I haven't seen her dance.
Apparently, in this new music video, she does dance.
I'm
gonna have to look it up then. I want to see.
Yeah, me too. I have to see.
And like I said, y'all come back and tell us about this music video when y'all watch it.
Yeah, let us know.
Or you're like, you just ain't gonna watch it. Like she just absolutely, you can't YouTube it.
Well, I've heard some reviews this morning about it. Somebody was talking about it, and so I might be a little biased going over there to look at it.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
y'all come back and actually tell me you enjoyed it, and her dancing was on point. I think go and look at it through different eyes, maybe.
Yeah.
But try to be optimistic. Tell me it's
Well, I ain't heard nothing about it, so I mean, I'm good. I can go check it out. I ain't heard nothing
I
about
don't
it.
know. It hasn't popped up on my feed at all, so I'll have to search for it.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. All right, so 313 Yolanda has another comment for us. She says, I miss Candace and her handkerchief with no tears.
I know. That's where the acting first started, right?
Yes, she was practicing. She was practicing for this new role.
That's right.
Was practicing. Oh, absolutely. And then we also saw, okay, so I know we talked about this on our recap from Love After Lockup. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. We recap that one every week. We do it on Saturday mornings. So, what is with people talking to their moms about sex? Like,
I would never.
Mm-mm.
and then when she was like, "Well, there's other holes
I
that
was like, stop.
now, you went too far, way too far." Like that's
No. And I'm sorry. She has totally been, and I totally get it. When you're a new mom, I think you do like talking way too much about what goes on in the business area, but she's been just way too honest about her holes.
yeah.
So, I don't know, Reese, if you were able to kind of catch a review, but apparently Dean split her practically all the way through. So it was only going to be one big hole. So she had to get that work done to get it back separated. And
Wait. It's still messed up?
I don't think so. I think she ended up getting surgery to fix that, but it took her a long time to heal from having her first child. And now you're sitting here talking about how uncomfortable it is to even have sex. And the only other holes I know of is your mouth and your anus. And I'm sorry, if my stuff ripped like that, I don't think I'd even want you trying to touch that one.
I'm thinking that I took it as mouth because that's what I took it as. But I kind of was
Something about rolling over. So
She said rolling over. Yeah. She said he does his little thing and then I do my thing with my other hole. And I'm like, what the hell?
But that's why I was
too much information.
like, I feel like she lay on the side, he do something to her, then
she rolls over.
I don't know. That's why I didn't even like that scene because I was like, why am I trying to figure out what you and this dude doing? Like, this is.
But you know what? The way I was describing it, it was making you kind of be visual about what
it was. But I didn't want
how
to.
she's trying to satisfy him. But I personally feel it's anal because when you have that kind of pressure in your vaginal area and it's uncomfortable like that, my thought is when she said she lays over is that he does anal. And that might be the only way she can handle it.
Amen.
But I couldn't imagine having that conversation with my mother.
Right.
The people to have the conversation with. My mom would not be the one.
Not if I'm especially talking about anal or even head. I'm not gonna be
even head. Didn't she just kiss her mom coming in the door?
Yeah.
If I would have said that,
maybe her thing.
I would probably been like,
yeah, I know. Look, I'd have been like,
yeah, like,
oh
god,
that was way TMI.
TMI. I was thinking the same thing. Here we go again. Oh god,
yeah, I don't understand this sex talk with the moms. It won't be happening.
Well, it wasn't his mother.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. I'll give her
True.
points for that. That at least it was her mother.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
'Cause, yeah, we. So we also need to discuss Robin. She went to go visit Giselle. Yeah, remember that part? Okay.
Mhm.
So Robin goes in the house, and she's, oh, this is nice. You're so pretty. And I'm like, you behave that way at every fun house you walk into. What you do?
You call it a fun house?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna describe this house, but let's respond to Yolanda. So Michael did a booty bandit.
Ah, ah.
I like
So
you,
everybody think
He
I'm
is
the
a
only one that thought it was the
Yolanda,
mob. Okay.
you are telling the truth, but I
You
can't with you,
are.
girl.
Yeah, that's why
Right, sound
y'all
like
already
you
knew
did
what
anal.
hole. That's why y'all knew what hole.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
he's
Yeah.
Okay.
very familiar with that area.
Yeah, that might be why he ain't stepping out, because he finally getting the hole he wants.
Yeah, the hole he likes. The hole he's been having to step out to go get is at the house. And she keeps saying they're in a better place. They're in a better place.
Because she's finally giving him access.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I notice he hasn't been hanging out with Juan yet.
No, that is too funny. Yolanda's gonna be keeping us on our toes tonight.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I like Yolanda. Yolanda, make sure you subscribe. So come back and see us.
Remember the hole?
Yeah, that's
That
what
hole
we
was
said.
ripped last
See?
season. Yeah, it was. Because he said this
Yeah.
time it'll be Dean ripping it. He gonna rip it open.
Well, maybe they'll be so flexible and used they won't rip this time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Yolanda, you got me with that comment.
Booty bandit.
Yes. Maybe that's what we'll nickname him, Booty Bandit.
Boy, BB.
So
Absolutely. Okay, so let's
how
talk about the
how
fun
old
house.
is he?
I don't know, but I'm
I
thinking at
think
least
he's in his 60s.
Because
Pushing
that's what made
70.
me like not really want to think about some of this. Because I mean she's so pretty, and then
Yeah.
okay, so Yolanda says, I'm like Portia, you're going down the wrong road in the wrong hole.
That's right. I'll never enter. It's just some
That's
things that
one way street, girl. Absolutely. So let's talk about this fun house.
it
he's
was
a
Okay,
fun house.
that house was pretty on the inside.
okay,
It,
but
it's too white. It's
I
too
will,
white. It's too
yes,
white
it's
for me.
Still
way
like
too
But
it
white.
though. I
So
still
I
like it.
almost felt like that, that one TikTok video that's viral. It's like, ooh, and she had a white refrigerator. Girl, let's go find you a home. Because y'all saw her white refrigerator, even though I think it was
I
probably
didn't see it. I ain't noticed. I
you had
know
all
Johnny
the
noticed it.
kitchen.
I know
Yeah,
Johnny noticed it.
all of that was white. The kitchen appliances were all
yeah,
white. It was just
white.
it was too
And it's
white.
like she had pretty finishes, but
The
they
gold.
didn't go together. It's like she was just like, oh, I like that, so that's coming to my house. Oh, I like that one, that's coming to my house. I was just like, girl, just you gotta make this cohesive. Because like even when they were in the bathroom, there were certain things I was like, okay, that's cute, but that don't really go together, sis. That's just how I felt about
I didn't
Maybe I need to
understand
go
her.
back. I just thought it wasn't bad on the inside. I agree with the outside looking stupid, but the
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
inside.
part is weird because I don't know why you just wouldn't let it all be flat. But to each his own, everyone can do what they choose to do.
it. But I thought that was so funny. I'm like, oh, your homegirl is over here talking trash about this house. I forgot what somebody had made a comment about it before. I forgot what they call that house. I completely see what she was talking about as soon as she said it looked like two houses mushed together.
Yeah.
Um, I almost wonder if Giselle was trying to get that split of a look, kind of. You know how you'll have a house that kind of looks like a ranch, but then it goes off into. I
She had
think
it
that's
built or something?
Yeah.
yeah,
It was an extension, yeah,
Oh, okay, so it's an extension onto.
to her house that
Oh,
she had. Yeah, it was an extension to her house.
okay.
Yeah,
But
It
yeah,
was the rest of the house was a regular house.
it was just a regular ranch.
regular ranch.
Cause like
I
that
think, yeah,
extension is huge. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm in love with that closet.
yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
she
Her
did. I will
was
give her
pretty.
that.
Okay, Reese. So Robin flips houses.
Oh,
Oh, trap house. Robin was going to flip.
But you know what? It I will say it has improved a lot because when she first bought that house, I don't know how she was in that house. It that house was toe up from the
so it
floor.
did look like a trap house at first.
It could have easily looked
She had to get the
like
squatters out of
really.
the basement.
Yeah.
Like, all right, y'all, I bought this place. Now get out of here.
Yeah, and it still looks like the carport is still half done because I guess she's making it into a garage. I don't know if y'all caught that. It looked like the back side was still open, and the front side had a cover on it. I think it was that I saw. I was like, oh my god! But I couldn't believe Robert was actually throwing some shade towards Giselle because normally all she does is butt gets up on Giselle.
She doesn't. She even
She
said some
does.
stuff. No.
Never
She
calls
even
Robin
said some stuff
out.
at the reunion where she said she did question their relationship and where it was. I don't see her being the butt kisser everybody makes her out to be.
Oh, she be kissing so much butt. It's not even funny.
I just think
Yeah,
there's an
is that her
alarm
I
best
bell.
remember
friend?
during the reunion, she pulled out some chapstick, and I saw her putting it on. So when she got a kiss, I
Kidding
saw
does
it.
not. No, she.
I saw it.
I think she just chooses her battles. I think with
And she
Giselle,
never
some stuff you
chooses her
might just
baby.
want to say in private. You don't really want to do everything out in public, and that's a friend.
Yeah,
Like,
now I can understand that, but it just seems like she just kisses up a lot. That's just the way I be feeling a little bit. It's just like,
Yeah, come.
yeah, yeah, that's. Oh, you know what, Yolanda? I was wondering the exact same thing because she can't, and if she do, she needs to fire her stylist because
oh,
you
for her clothes, yeah.
yes, close. But
I don't.
I will give it to her when she was at the house with Robin. Her Chanel sweater that was cute. She had put together a little cute outfit. It's rare that I say that she has a cute outfit because Lord only know that girl cannot dress. But she
That
was
makeup. Y'all saw that?
yeah, her makeup. What? Oh, something was wrong with her
No, like
makeup.
her makeup is normally okay, but in the you know how they do the little green room type. What's that when you by yourself and you making your
Confession.
comments? Yeah, like her whole face was like super white. I was like, wait, what? Is it the lighting or what is that? Like I don't know if y'all saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like her
I'm
face, a
yeah,
whole
I
different
saw
color. I was
that.
like, oh, that's not
I
good.
didn't watch it.
Nobody else was like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look again. Yeah,
It
because
was
Yeah.
I
towards the end too, and they were like, I think it was like when they were showing clips of her and her girls, and then they would go to just her. I was like, oh, because when it went back, I'm like, okay, she looks so cute, and then it's like, oh, every time they went to that, I'm like, don't do that one.
Oh, I have to look at that.
Yeah,
oh
because
my
she normally like her face is pretty.
Yeah.
yeah, her makeup. I will give her that. Usually her makeup is on point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not
That's
sure.
why I was like, what?
Yeah, usually it is on point. Now her
Mhm.
outfit, that's the only thing. And so what y'all think about she has that Versace comforter, which I did like that comforter. Um, but she didn't have the room decorated up right for that comforter. You know
Yeah.
what
No.
yeah, like it would have been so nice. She could have set that room off if
The
she had
room
it
is
there.
huge.
And then I didn't understand the comment about christening it. And then she never said who was gonna christen it.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah,
like, well, what's the purpose of making the comment?
yeah.
right.
If you ain't gonna
And
talk about it, or if there's nobody there.
There's
yeah,
nobody there.
especially since he was saying that her and Jamal they're not going to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so then who christening it?
and that was something else too. Okay, so I feel like my pastor. I don't want to know about his sex life. I want to believe that my pastor isn't doing anything if he's not married. That's what I
Yeah.
want to believe. I know
Right.
that may be old school or whatever, but that's just the way I feel. And then you putting it out here on TV that y'all do stuff like that. So Giselle needs a call. Needs a fashion line call. Mr. Mark, she can't get anything right.
They going in on your girl.
I see. I have nothing to say.
And I'm blaming Yolanda because I wouldn't be going in this hard. You see how I done flipped on you, Yolanda. I'm just blaming you now for me going in on Giselle. Hey, now back to Giselle and Jamal's love life. So why is she exposing that she's sleeping with him and they're not married? I know y'all used to be married, but you're not married now.
I just didn't understand the comment because she's already made it clear that it wasn't him. So I thought she was going to introduce somebody new. Yeah. So I really didn't really understand where the parallel came in with him because she's been making it clear that they are no longer. So I was kind of confused about that.
Yeah, I agree with that because it didn't make sense. Because, you know, if you're going to make that kind of comment, it's because you trying to tell your girl something like, hey, I'm about to christen this. And it
yeah,
ain't gonna be it ain't like, no, I'm going to christen it soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to find somebody. That don't make sense.
Yeah, it was so empty. That I was kind of like, well, huh?
Yeah, this just changed the subject because our girl's like, with who? And then it just changed.
She never answered.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I say I understand what you're saying because that's what we were talking about last week, but I don't think she was implying him. That's why I don't agree with knowing my pastor sleeping around.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Sorry that relationship was fake. Even her dad took off his mic last season over that foolishness. Oh yeah, right. I don't believe that they were really trying to get back together or they were probably even together because it just seemed weird when they were together. They seemed awkward.
Yeah, it wasn't cohesive. Even when she made the comment about, I think she was trying to say that she wanted more, but they really never established more. And he was just kind of like, I feel you. And they gave each other a high five. I was confused about that last year. I don't know what the purpose of the fakeness would be, or I guess to keep a man or pretend like you have a man while everyone else has one and you just don't want to be single. But I think you kind of come off looking on the other side of things not too good. So, and of course, you saw how her girls.
Yeah, they weren't happy at all.
They don't want any kind of man advice from their mother. So, I sometimes you just don't tell your daughters everything. I think she's told them way too much, and she does seem kind of cold because they even said that she's not full of emotion. So I don't know.
And even the girls had said she picks the wrong guys. So I'm with you on she probably overshares with those girls and she shouldn't be in a way. And then on top of that, I think I've told you this before, that we never know what those kids see when they go and visit their dad. So maybe they've seen enough where they're like, no, mom. But they don't want to say what they've seen because they be betraying their dad.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt their mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there. That's the crazy thing about that. So I've actually been there where my kid didn't want to hurt my feelings, but it all came to light eventually anyway. So at the end of the day, I don't know why she wanted that relationship so bad. And again, she's a beautiful person.
She really
I really don't
see. Has to do work on her shadiness.
Yeah, I just don't see that why it would be so hard for her to find somebody else that she could have had. She could have pulled a king in, had some fake relationships, and paid those dudes. But why she wanted to go back to him, I don't necessarily know.
Yeah, I don't know why she be her fake boyfriend. That I don't know. And then like they showed a clip of Karen saying basically this is like he drug you one time and then you brought him back drag again. it's like, okay, you know what? He is not TV material, and you knew that from the way he treated you when you guys were married. And
Yeah.
she told us also what he did. You know, it's not like we went and Googled and was doing all this extra stuff. No, she told us
Yeah.
on her.
And that's where it bites you in the butt, though. You know, like some things you try and keep close to vest.
You know what? I don't know what happened to Charmin.
He just disappeared. They just stopped dating for some reason, and he never came back on and never said anything. And I don't recall anything. I do too. I
do.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you,
beautiful person.
I hope she finds love, and I hope she stopped being so shady to her friends, and she be a real friend to them. You know,
They're
that's
not friends.
because she's so shady. You know, it's like it was. I think it was the season before last when Katie was on there, and Giselle was actually getting along with Ashley, and I like seeing that. You know, I like to see her get along with other people other than just Robin. Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I want to hold just.
I don't know though, but that might actually be a good show with her and Ayana, because maybe she can actually tap into why she wanted that so bad.
She will definitely
the
tell
hardest relationship. That's like you putting your whole toxic relationship out there and showing you went back to the toxicity. Like all of us have been there, all of us have done it.
Exactly.
And at the end
All
of
of
the
us.
day,
I've been there.
I've never done it.
You would never want to. You ain't
I've never been in one.
What? You ain't never had a toxic relationship?
I have.
I haven't.
You know, I'll text you, girl. And y'all know what's so funny? This is my best friend.
I'm lying. I've had.
Bonnie is my best friend, and she knows exactly who it is. I think she's just not really remembering.
No, she's talking about because I said
Reese talking about she ain't never been in one.
Oh, Reese.
Girl, you better hope you find it soon because you don't want to be in one of your.
No, I didn't been there.
I caught a flight going down there.
No,
yeah, I done been in it, under it, all around it, put it back, put it away.
I would hate for my toxic relationship to have been out there for the world to see. Man, and I would have hated for people to see me go back to that. You know, you already told yourself very harshly.
And then for the whole world to watch it happen. And he didn't make it any better.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I'm single. I ain't going back on that reality shit.
And the part that drives me crazy with him is at the end of the day, she's still the mother of your children. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she's still your ex-wife. So whatever agreement you guys had behind the scenes, you should have still had her back in public. And I think that's just a shame on you for you to be that way. I can't imagine going to his church. I think it's crazy that people that follow him and pay tithes and puts money in his pockets. He is not a representation of what God would want you to learn. Period.
They have to not know anything about him or something, because I mean, how else can you?
I don't see how they can miss it. That makes no sense.
Yeah, there's no way that they don't know. And then now he's been on that show, and I mean, Giselle has let it be known that sexual, so they at least know that he has sexual relationships.
Well, they knew that from the practitioners in the church. Which time slot was the chicks that he was messing with? 9, 10, 10:30. I mean, I'm sure he had one in each one of their church sessions. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he is just not somebody. And I can't believe the board of that church hasn't called for him to resign or be gone, because that's crazy.
Yeah. It's not like he has changed his ways, because
he's just not who you'd want. I don't see how anybody, any bishop, anyone in that church can sit there and be allowed and let that go down the way it has. I think that's just horrible.
The only thing I can think is that he drawing in money somehow. Like if maybe people became like groupies or
Exactly.
His from the show. Yeah, but like sometimes and that's what gives churches a bad name is when you got situations like that, and then when people see it, they're like, "Well, that's why I don't go to church because look how
And
they
that's
act."
and the
Right.
hypocrisy he
Or
preaches.
let's say I'm finally ready to receive God in my life in that way. I'm a babe. I go into the church, and then I find out he's behaving this way.
Yeah,
It can be a complete turnoff. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
They can be like, "So okay, I was right. I should never came here. I should have never even
yeah.
tried because for what? It's all fake. There's no good pastors, no good preachers, no good churches, and that's not true. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean it. But how if you know how do you still sit and not and feel comfortable listening to this man? I've
Preach.
never heard him preach, so I don't know what he preaches, but how
That
could
I
you
don't
sit and
either.
know that though? Like, so I mean, it kind of tells you like not to diss the people, but what kind of people are they that they okay with that?
They're not people
I'm
you
like,
can
it's one thing if it's going on with the people, you know what I mean? Not saying like a church should be full of bad people, but I'm saying, but the leadership should be the ones trying to get you to get right. But if you ain't right, then shoot, the whole church is gonna be messed up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, churches have fallen for less.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that this is so wide known, the fact that the church he preaches at knows that he does this, because you can't tell me they don't watch reality TV. I
Right.
don't see how you even feel comfortable listening to that or letting him be the leader of your church, period.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Just
I'm
period. That is, I mean, that's a whole nother, I guess, discussion we could have. But he's just, I feel bad for Giselle. I don't think she thought he would do her like that again, considering what he did before. And I just, like, I just hope that she does find somebody who can love her in her space.
yeah. I hope, like I said,
Mhm.
I hope she does find love, and I hope she finds a way to not be so hurt because you can tell she's a hurt person.
Yeah,
So, you know, get get rid of that hurt that she told on to, and find a nice guy to love.
yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe she does, like her daughters told her, take some of their advice. Maybe her daughters need to find and swipe
Mhm.
through Tinder, find her somebody, and let
Yeah,
them all pick one man for her each, and let her date them
yeah.
and see how it works.
Or at least before she write the check, present him to the
Yeah,
girl. Like,
because even it
yeah,
is, I mean, you have to admit, it's hard listening to her talk about, like, oh, you shouldn't date the athletes and you shouldn't date this. Oh, but you should date a preacher man who cheats on you and has kids on the side. Like,
right,
no, men all have that kind of baggage attached to them.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of what you're willing to, like you always tell me, what you're willing to deal with, what are your standards, and whether they meet them or not. And if you keep allowing men who don't meet your standards, then that's just the way you're going to constantly be treated.
how the chips are just gonna keep
Mhm.
on falling for him.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so let's swing over to Wendy. So we have a scene with Wendy and her family. They're eating their traditional Nigerian food, which it did look pretty good. I was like, well, I'd try some of that. But she also presented to her family that she's not feeling fulfilled, I guess you could say, in her current career.
Mhm.
So she wants to start a new business, a candle business, which does seem a little bit odd, but I'm like, okay, do you, girl? If this is where you feel like you are passionate about, I'll never tell a woman not to, not to follow your dream. But it just seemed it was a bit random to me because we never seen her talk about remotely try to make a candle, create scents or anything. So it just seemed random. What did y'all think about that scene?
Again, just kind of lost where all that's coming from. And even her husband wasn't too, he didn't look very supportive of that. He just continued to eat his food. And I'm all about making things happen and trying new things. I just think it's crazy you'd give up your profession before even seeing if your candles would sell. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's her only thing she's gonna do. And then I found it funny that her mom, I support you. And I'm like, you only support her because she's paying for your surgery in December.
Yes. You remember last season she talked about not teaching anymore, and
Yeah,
she didn't get a positive response from her mom this
she
time.
sure did not. Her mom was not hearing it. If anything, her mom told her to drop everything else but teaching. So that's why I find it odd all of a sudden that her mom has this change of heart, because I just totally feel it's because she knows she's going to get her surgery. So she doesn't want to say anything negative yet.
So that was the next thing I was going to bring up. The mom, how do you at the dinner table just come out with you want new boobs and you want them to pay for them?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
That's a
you
very
at
good
the dinner
point.
table saying they like flapjacks or something? Did she say?
yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
did
said
say
they flapjacks and she wants them lifted and she's giving them till December to make it happen. I was like, okay, mom. She
I was
is a
like,
mother.
okay, but I'm like, I don't think I wanted the vision of them being flapjacks because I'm like,
don't tell me all that. Tell me you're not comfortable with them anymore or something, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
No, she
I was
Like
just
she's
mine ain't what they used to be when I was younger. So you know what? I want some too, but nah,
yeah,
not the
she
flapjack
told
thing. I like them things was big, so I'm like, those some flapjacks too. I'm like, oh my.
you know what? I think Wendy thinks she's around for the long haul.
for a long time, but I don't think
Uh,
she is.
I
Do y'all
don't
think
think so
she's
unless
gonna
she
be
gets
on there for so long?
yeah,
I'll
because
be
it seems
surprised if she make it past 3 years.
yeah, and then I just feel like she's just flip flopping around. Last season it seemed like she was trying so hard to make friendships. Now this time right now it just seems like she's on something else. I haven't quite figured it out what she's on yet. Um, yeah, and like picking the fights with Mia, she's intimidated by Mia.
That
Uh,
whole thing, you can't tell me that ain't jealousy and
oh yeah, she's very jealous.
insecurity. I don't know what it is that she's insecure of with Mia, but I think that's crazy. Even like that whole thing. I'll let you introduce all that with Karen's party, but I don't know. Her vibe is just off this
Yeah,
season. I can't, like you said, I can't wrap my finger around it. But even last season, without the surgery, she wasn't this insecure, or maybe
yeah,
she was, and we just didn't see it because it was so focused on Monique and Candace.
yeah. Or maybe she's been reading the blogs and has heard everything we've said about her. Because have you noticed we haven't heard about her 4 degrees? Normally, every 15 minutes, it was, oh, her degrees. Oh, she's a doctor. No, 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 no. But we haven't
Well,
heard
what's
that.
the purpose in talking about your degrees now when you're going to do a candle business?
Yeah, maybe that's, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't think you need a degree to do candles. I
Oh,
could be wrong.
yeah. No, you don't need a degree to own a candle business. Not at
Yeah,
all.
so she has no talking point there. She's not even talking about her commentary or her,
Yeah,
she
going on
comments on people's
shows.
shows. So she's not even talking about that anymore. So
Yeah, I actually haven't even seen her doing anything
mm,
political lately on TV.
no. Well, I guess because everything's kind of slowed down. Maybe it'll pick up next year when it's election year.
Yeah, maybe so.
But you know what else too? When it came to those candles, I didn't hear anybody saying like, "Oh my God, they smell
Yes,
good,"
they
because
did.
you think like if that
They
you know,
didn't.
'cause they look pretty. The packaging looked really pretty.
Yeah, the
And the
packaging.
name is actually, I like the name too. The name
Me
is really
too.
pretty.
But
But
what do they smell like? Because that's what
yeah,
matters.
they did
Right.
not say that smells good. The mom just smelled it and passed it on down.
Yeah, everybody was
Was
just
that
like,
her brother? The adult male there? Was that her
mhm,
brother?
I think that was her brother.
look like
Okay.
it probably.
I don't know.
Yeah. He smelled it, didn't say anything. I didn't even see her sister smell it. Did her sister smell it?
I don't think her sister did. I don't remember seeing her sister
If
smell
they
it.
did, I don't think they showed it. But
Yeah.
nobody was like, that smells good, which makes me feel like I don't know if this is a business you should be going in because it's got to be something that's like, dang, them candles smell so good because you're competing with a lot of people when you talking about
With
candles.
candles,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of people with
Dang, I don't
really
think that's an easy
smelling.
business.
Yeah, it's. I think it would be hard to get in there and to get your candle to shine unless it really smells really good. So we say, how come Robin noticed Wendy's butt surgery? You think Robin give off a bisexual vibe? Absolutely,
No.
Robin gives off a bisexual vibe. He
God,
does. He does.
does it? And she
Yes.
noticed her butt because It was flat last season.
No,
That's the
okay.
only reason why she noticed that girl's butt.
When was the last time you saw a feminine female with shoulders that broad? When was the last time you saw that?
I've seen that all the time.
Her
I don't
shoulders
think
just
Robin's
broad, the
bisexual.
way she behaves, those hats, those semi-masculine looking hats. Yes,
I think she likes hats. I don't see her
I
being
think she likes
bisexual.
girls. You think she likes hats? I think she likes girls. Yes.
No, I don't think that.
What do you think, Serena? Can't you see it? Can't you see it? And then her voice is a little raspy too.
I mean, I ain't been watching long enough to really say, but I would agree with Johnny on the fact that if her butt was flat and all of a sudden there's something sticking out, I would notice it and I ain't gay. It'd be like,
No,
what you doing?
and not only was it flat, it actually kind of was a little saggy flat. You know, like it did that weird. She had that one out, and you're like, oh. So yeah,
I did notice that. I noticed that, but I also noticed she wasn't sitting on a donut. Now, I've seen enough TikTok videos where after they get the butts done, they're supposed to be sitting on those round pillow things to help, because they're not supposed to sit down on flat. But
yeah,
I haven't
keep
seen her with.
But I think I think she had the surgery for a while. And why she didn't want to own up to it at first, I don't know. I don't know that it really had anything to do with Mia. Maybe she wanted to reveal piece by piece, and she was kind of mad that Robin noticed. But no, I don't feel she's bisexual.
I do. Yes, I can see it totally. If she came out and announced it, I wouldn't be like, "What?" That would not be me.
I would. I'd be like, "What?" I don't have.
I think it's weird that she announced it piece by piece. Like,
I don't know why she did that, but I don't.
Just go ahead and take the little jacket off, do a full spin. Like, what?
Yeah, I would have let you see all that I got done.
Exactly.
That's what made me think it might have had something to do with me. Like maybe she wasn't gonna talk about that part.
Yeah, because that was just weird.
Walked in and intimidated her.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think Mia's beautiful, but she wouldn't intimidate me like that. No,
she got confidence.
But see, but you also got to look at it. You're not insecure like that now.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But I'm saying Mia got some confidence about her too. So
she does. She's totally secure in herself and her relationship.
And then I think Wendy felt like she was the most successful out of the group. Probably, she was always throwing around, her degrees and being on TV and stuff. And then here comes a girl coming here and she's owning businesses. Because you remember Karen, that was like the first thing she said. She's a businesswoman. She's no.
Yeah, and that's two totally different worlds. You know what I'm saying? I ain't entertaining.
You know what? I don't think she's gonna want Wendy. Wendy,
no, they don't get along.
Wendy is not attractive, but I thought she was saying who she should go with, like as a girl. But I think Robin should find a woman, like a nice girl that plays for the WNBA, because it's obvious she likes basketball players. So she could get a girl from the WNBA. I think that would be a good match.
Messy. No, neither. I don't think she's bisexual.
Amy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, her and her girlfriend split up. She could go with Robin.
Which one?
You really gonna make this girl gay, huh?
Yes. I do not believe that.
Y'all know Mimi's girlfriend Ty from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
Oh, they broke up? Mimi and her broke up?
Yep, they broke up. And she's a basketball player. So there you go.
Someone left Mimi? I'm so surprised.
She's a hater.
I can't stand that woman. But anyways, that's a whole nother show.
All right. So also at Karen's Brunch of Love, I think is what she was calling it. So she invited most of the ladies. She did invite Robin and Juan. They declined. She invited Ashley and Michael. Michael declined. Michael stayed home with the baby, so Ashley came alone. And I'll tell you, when I see her, she's such a cute pregnant girl. She's just the cutest thing. Like her ball is just perfectly round. She ain't nasty with it or anything. She's just cute.
She is
Um,
cute.
yes, and then so she said Robin declined, and then she did not invite Robin. And so Wendy did throw a little shade, like, "Well, she's not a couple. This is a couples thing, right?"
No, she invited Giselle. You said
Yeah.
Robin. She
She
invited
invited it.
Giselle.
Yeah, Giselle threw it away.
Giselle threw it away.
Oh, see, I missed that part. Okay, I'm glad
Yeah,
y'all
she
said.
Yeah,
invited,
she
but
threw it
I
in the
still think
trash.
it was
So
done
then,
in shade. Like, you're trying to throw a love party, and the person you're inviting doesn't have anybody. That's not done as a peaceful outreach. That's still digging at you. So whatever. And of course, she just had commented on Robin. When are you getting married? You can't force people to get married and set their dates, especially during a pandemic. She might want everybody there.
That you know what I
Yeah,
was thinking that too. I was wondering. I'm like, you threw that away, but did you get those candies? Because that
the
might
candy's out. I wouldn't
them.
do
I
it. I
missed that
didn't
part.
do
I
candy.
saw when Ashley got her candy. I did see that. Okay, so I missed that part. Telling maybe
But
I
they
looked
didn't
away.
show if Giselle took the candy out.
They
But I
didn't
was
show
like,
it.
she better
It
have
looks
took
like
the
she
candy
threw the
out.
whole thing out, but she may have
That's
taken the
expensive
candy out too.
candy.
But
Yeah,
I
because
thought if you gonna throw away the invitation, you should have threw away the candy too. But I see how you're gonna be.
yeah,
You went
no, it's
back.
We
good
can eat that
candy. I
chocolate.
eat it.
I'm gonna eat that chocolate.
Yeah, why would the chocolate go to waste? It's just your
Yeah, that's
invite.
some good chocolate right there. Shoot.
It
I'm
is
like,
some
It is.
good
when
chocolate.
she did, I'd be
But
like, she did one thing good. Shoot.
Yep. Yeah, I'll eat this. I ain't taking nothing else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was still done in shade. If you really were trying to reach out to someone and extend amends, you wouldn't do it that way.
I mean, or maybe she thought she'd just buy a man and bring him with her.
She didn't think that. She was doing shade. Karen did
I
not think that at all.
We came with you.
Just being messy.
Mm.
No. That was just I didn't feel it was genuine.
Okay, so they all, met up at Karen's house. They had a nice little time. They even played this couples game. And so there was one thing that bothered me about the couples game, though. One of the questions I felt like went too far when it was like, who would your partner or who would you hook up with in the group? Or who would
Yeah,
your
who was
partner
her partner attracted to in the group?
Yeah, in the group. And I felt like that was completely inappropriate for that game. And I felt like the only
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to know my man was
I
attracted to
wouldn't.
you. And then too,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but even as knowing my man, I would know who he would be attracted to. I wouldn't sit here and lie to myself and say he's not attracted to anyone like Wendy did. I'm sorry. That was total lie. He did write somebody's name and she
No.
probably gave him that look. Like, don't you dare.
Oh.
And
I
he
think
was
he wrote
he said
Mia. I
she
think
did.
he wrote Mia and
She
then
said
made
she said that looks like Mia. And he kind of was like, and I guess he wrote it or took it off. I totally think that. I think when you lie like that, you're not very uh, honest in your relationship.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just felt like that question was so inappropriate. Like you don't do that. You don't start those kind of games. You
But
don't do
Karen got burned too because
Yeah.
Ray's choice. She thought
Yeah.
Ray's choice was going to be somebody else. She thought it was going to be Mia, and ended up
but
being a girl from a couple seasons ago.
be honest with you, I'm not shocked that, well, not saying that I've seen her and Ray interact, but that girl Katie, she was pretty when she wasn't wearing that crazy wig. She was very pretty. So I can understand, but I think the question was supposed to be somebody in that room. Now, I'm just glad Juan Dixon wasn't there. I'm so glad Juan Dixon wasn't there because who was Michael have chosen? Juan Dixon. If Michael was there, he
Well,
That's right, Booty Bandit.
would have.
Yeah.
Okay, so she said
See, she
Karen was
was.
shady. She
Thank
was.
you. I do agree. She
And
was
then
shady.
he was reading my mind right here. So which housewife do you think Michael would have chose if he was there? He wouldn't have chose a housewife. He would have chose Juan. Yes, absolutely Juan. He would have had Juan Dixon on there, and Robin would not have even felt some type of way because she was probably trying to figure out which girls she could take.
Whatever. Whatever. I don't see it. I'll pay attention, but I don't see it. I've never
Okay, so
gotten
who do you think Michael would have chosen?
I think you're right. He would have picked a man. He would have picked He might would have picked Chris too. You know?
Wait. So what am I missing here?
But you know what? Him
okay.
and Chris, they are always bumping heads
But
really
that's
bad.
why that could be why they're bumping heads so
Oh,
much, because he's
sexual
attractive.
tension.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sexual tension. Yup. So it's alleged that Michael, right?
Yeah.
It's alleged that Michael, who's Ashley's husband, who's the pregnant lady, that he likes men, that he's bisexual, and he likes men. Because apparently a couple seasons ago he grabbed a producer's butt or something.
Yeah. He grabbed
And
somebody.
that turned into a whole big deal. And then something else happened with him and a man.
Well, there was a rumor that he told somebody, "Oh, I have a wife." Oh no, it was I have a wife, girlfriend, or boyfriend. Something.
He had a boyfriend on the side. That he had both on the side, a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Yeah, maybe Michael and Lauren.
That's possible, right there. Michael.
Oh, so that's why he the booty bandit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, it's alleged that he likes men. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Yolanda, who do you think Robin would be in an entanglement with?
She has to have somebody on her side, Yolanda, because we're not buying it.
Y'all are being some haters. Y'all won't let me have no fun.
I mean, hey. I feel like we almost need to just go and pull Yolanda on here. And
I know, right? We had her on a few minutes ago.
If I had thought about it, I should have dropped the link for her. That's why you got to come and catch us again, and I can drop the link, and you can come on with us. Yes, Yolanda.
It'd be nice to meet you, Yolanda.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't.
Oh no, you can't do us like that, Yolanda. You know what? I'm gonna say Robin is in an entanglement with Robin Roberts. I like Robin Roberts, but you know, she used to play basketball too. I really think Robin wants or should have a basketball player. That's what I think.
No. But yeah, that event was crazy, and I don't like that Wendy and her husband won, because I don't feel they were being the most honest. But what did y'all think about Mia when she was like, "How do you spell it?" And I thought her and her husband were gonna say something real freaky, and she came out with missionary. I was like, you know what, missionary? She was like, yeah, we do that all the time. Like, you realize you want to go back, right? I really thought that she was I thought they were gonna have some type of weird extra sex.
Yeah, I was not expecting that vanilla answer. I really wasn't.
Not at all.
I thought she was gonna say like menage a trois or something. Also something hard to spell.
That's what I was like. I was sitting there like, missionary. When she showed missionary, I was like, what? That's it? Oh goodness. And then I love that Karen and Ray were wrong.
I know, really.
I'm sorry. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So the couple who's getting their vows renewed don't know each other very well. Go figure.
But you know what? I would have liked to see what Michael would have said for some answers. I have the feeling Michael probably would have said doggy style was his favorite. But
no, you can't. You cannot.
See, she needed it written out for her. She couldn't remember how to spell missionary.
She could not remember how to spell missionary. But you know what? That just goes to show you that people who have businesses, they just know how to dictate. They don't have to know anything else. They just know how to dictate and delegate.
Right. Right.
That right there, the fact that you don't know how to spell missionary. That's yes. You're so right. Sleeping with Uncle Ben.
All right, Giselle.
That's messed up, but yeah.
Yes. I forgot, what was his favorite position? See, I can't even remember.
I don't
What
remember
did they say their favorite position was? I can't remember what they said.
I don't know. But I just thought about something. Y'all know what? Robin and Giselle were both missing from this party. Maybe Robin is swung by Giselle's house.
Oh my
She
goodness.
was with her fiance, Juan, and their kids.
We don't know that Juan was at that house. Juan could have been anywhere.
He
We
was
don't know that.
Wasn't he the one that said I declined?
He sure was. They got into it last year.
All night long.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, y'all. I got to figure out what their positions were.
Okay, so Yolanda is at it again. She says, Ray remind me of the Tin Man. Slide some oil on the Tim child.
You know what? That is perfect because he is so stiff. That's why he got that old man move.
Do y'all remember last season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kenya was on her back and she opened her legs and they did that squeaky sound?
Yes.
That's what Ray sounds like when they be having sex.
That's exactly what Ray sounds like. When he can get it up, right? Because apparently it's dead all the time. That's coming from his wife, Reese. She sat there and told everybody that.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm like, why would you tell people that?
Yeah, and they get mad when they. The thing is, you said that they got mad when they bring it up to my don't disrespect them, but it's like when you put it out there for him to be disrespected.
Yeah.
The only thing is I can only imagine that at the time she told Giselle this, maybe they were cool and she thought Giselle would keep it. But
is that the only person she told?
Oh, he said on top and she said all of them.
Oh.
She talking about, because of how many times we've been doing it, I just figured it was all of it.
She can't remember. It's been so long.
What there was something else I was going to say. Dang, I had a Ray moment.
Oh. All right, he ain't getting any love tonight from us.
You said he's sweet.
He is a sweet man, but
we said he's sweet, and that matters a lot these days. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it does.
Because I wouldn't use sweet in the same sentence with Jamal.
No.
I use in the same sentence with Michael. You know.
Yeah, Michael got a mean streak to him.
Mm-hmm.
When using the same sense of Juan, either the way he was talking to her the other day.
Yeah, I know. He's not.
Yeah, sweet. And then at the engagement party, but I figured he was upset because Juan had gotten engaged, and I guess you would feel that way if your lover got engaged to somebody else.
Yeah, you're. That's last season, Reese. You know,
I'm
talking about the way he was talking to her. What he was talking to Robin.
Oh, I got this. Be honest, how many times a week do you think Karen and Ray are having sex? Once every other week.
Once a month.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, because even their kisses are like.
They're so dry. And he kisses her on the cheek.
I love you.
Yeah. But at one time he did tongue kiss her and it looked like I don't know, almost like he's gonna eat up her face like this.
It had the little pokey tongue thing.
It wasn't just to watch.
No. It was like, oh. It was you know what? From Color Purple. Remember when Celie was getting raped by her father? And she was sitting there like, oh, that's what
that's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like. Oh.
It really talks about their love life. I kind of get cringy. Like when she was at Monique's lake house or country house or whatever it was. And she was like, okay, guys, I need to go upstairs and take a bath. Ray's on his way and my vagina stinks. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Why? TMI. And I'm sure, like, what?
Yeah.
What? TMI.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why y'all. I don't know why they like sharing so much information about behind closed doors.
They do, and they act as if they don't have kids that can see this, or their
Yeah.
friends may see this. But
Hmm.
I will say one thing now. When Karen's parents were alive, she didn't talk like about sex and stuff like this. She didn't do that. But
Hmm.
once they passed away, have you noticed now she's more willing to flap those gums?
Interesting. That's a that's an observation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's something I noticed. Yeah, yeah. After she's been talking more about sex and cleaning her vajayjay and stuff and having these little games. And then her and Ray were in the bathtub. I think that was last season.
Yeah, that
And
was like that was uncomfortable. That didn't even look normal.
look
I
Hey.
mean,
for
they just don't have the chemistry. You've seen older people and they have the chemistry. You can tell they've been in love for that long. And I mean, yeah, he did question whether he was still in love with her or not. But even now, it still just seems kind of forced. Like she's just refusing to let it go. And he's just kind of like, you know what? I'm too old to fight it. I'm just going to deal with it.
Yeah.
yeah. But you know what? I think they probably just went through a rough spot, or Ray was going through something. Because, that was right after his tax problem issue. So I think
Yeah.
that could have been where some of that was coming from. Because he's still with her. He could leave, but he chose to stay with her. So, yeah. So why do Wendy hate Mia? Oh, because she's jealous.
She's
She's so
jealous.
jealous.
We can't
She's so
figure out why she's jealous of her. I mean, like I said, Mia's a beautiful girl, but it's no reason to lose your total. She's lost her shit.
yeah,
And even like as she just looks at her, she's just like,
yeah. It's like the minute Mia walks in, she starts sneering. And
yeah,
I'm like,
she's been sneering
sneer.
the whole time. Like, what did this woman do?
Right.
It almost makes me wonder uh, maybe maybe her husband had something with somebody who looks like her and it's bringing back
Well,
bad memories.
they say it was a white girl. They say it was.
Oh, well, we wouldn't know about the cheating yet,
Yeah, we
but
don't know about it
maybe she
yet.
realizes
But
how much she reminds her of somebody.
yeah, but if you think about it, Wendy probably peeped that out. Maybe she was in the office and was like, who is this girl? Because
Yeah.
supposedly she works at the same office that Eddie works at. And that's how that
Oh,
happened.
they're having the affair,
Yeah, so
the
yeah,
affair.
dropped by the office, yeah, bringing the candles or some nipple cupcakes to him, and saw that girl there and was like, she looked like her.
Mm-hmm. That could be what it is. It's something weird that she has with
Yeah,
her. I'm sorry, Mia just hasn't done anything to make you, she hates on
yeah,
her a lot. And like she was bringing up the whole thing, like you said, why are you defending her? And then you turned around and gave her your number. Even still, I don't think what Giselle said was wishing Ray dead. I think
no, I don't. I
she
don't.
was just
Um,
implying that he's so old that by the
yeah,
time he dies,
okay,
she'll still be beautiful.
yeah, it was shady, but I don't think she was wishing Ray death. No, not at
No,
all. Not at
my
all.
kids were young and I didn't want to address it at the time. They were all adults.
Yeah, they were
And
grown.
yeah, it's like, no, she did not
I
wish
don't
her
think
husband dead.
since she's been on the show, she had any kids at the house. I think they were all out the house by the time the show started. I
Yeah,
think they
because
were
they were,
college, but
she
yeah,
said that was what, 4 years ago? Real Housewives has been on for 6 years and they were 19 and 27. So yeah, no. I think her logic behind why she doesn't like Giselle was false. That had nothing to do with it.
yeah,
But Mia being married to an older man may have found that that was an insensitive comment. But
yeah,
even still, I think if she truly watched how it was said or when it was said, she would understand what she meant by it, not necessarily wishing her dead.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I just what about
Mm.
That could be a thought because I mean, last year she wasn't the most entertaining person,
No,
and then this year she's not making herself be the most entertaining. I mean, she could, but she's just trying in the wrong ways. Like
she's
picking
being
fights,
too oddish.
yeah, picking fights with Mia over nothing just because the girl walked into a room. It's not the way to go. Now, I really want to see what happened at that lunch with her and Karen to see why they had this newfound closeness that they didn't have before.
Yeah, because that just kind of came out of nowhere.
Hmm.
And then
Absolutely.
it was and even her, even still, like she was kind of trying to have a Candace Monique moment, wasn't she, when she was talking about get your hands out my face? I'm like, she didn't even put her hand in your face. What are
Yeah,
you
and then
talking about?
they were sitting like on opposite couches or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
face.
it was just
Not
so
different at
weird.
all.
I was like, where is all that coming from? I would totally be like, I'm so sorry. What I don't know what I did outside of being beautiful. Walking in this room. What is your problem? I mean, she's just totally had it out for her since walking through that door the
Yes.
first
Maybe
episode.
I know what she could have an insecurity about her vagina. Okay, because Mia did reveal that she had the rejuvenation on her vagina. Maybe she's feeling some insecurity about her own.
Yeah, she's like, damn, I
A
didn't
lot
do
of
it myself.
insecurity.
I'm like, you know what? Go and get it done. While your mom's
Like,
getting her boobs done, go get your vagina done.
I was laughing when Candace was like, "Wait, he beating up the bean?"
Yeah, he beat up the baby.
I was like, that was funny. That was funny.
So Yolanda says, I love Karen, but her excuse for hating Giselle was a reach. Oh, it was definitely a reach. I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I just said. I don't buy that that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy
Oh,
better stop. I think
Mia
Mia would be.
definitely would.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mia will fight somebody.
I
She
think
would.
so too. I think Mia would definitely be able to throw them hands.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wendy better be careful, unless that's what she want to do. But if not,
You
she
can
better.
draw her like even when she said, I forgot how she put it, but she was kind of like, okay, my hands are still in your face. What you gonna do? She didn't even flinch. You know what I'm saying? She had that straight face, like, try me.
But you know what? I think if Mia hit Wendy, Wendy would do the same thing that Candace did and have a Kleenex, a dry Kleenex, wiping away some dry tears.
She was traumatized by having her head banged on the table. I don't
And she
think those
could
are
have.
the
She was popping up at that mouth. If you have a glass jaw, you have no business doing that. She fight, and then once she got her butt beat, she want to cry and I'm still a victim. Like, no, girl, because you weren't a victim when you was in that girl's face doing all this, being ghetto and ratchet. You
No, what's her name did that first? Monique did that. Monique grabbed her hair first. And then she said,
She
you're going to
flipped
drag
her hair.
me. And then she banged her head in the table.
She flipped her hair. She's like, "Oh, you gonna drag me? You gonna drag me?" She did that. You
See,
gotta
we
watch
have
the
really,
clip. You gotta watch
Reese,
the
you
clip.
need to watch. I did. And I didn't see what you saw. I saw Candace saying what she said, doing this kind of thing or this, but she wasn't in her face. And then Monique started swiping her hair. And then she said, what you going to do? Drag me, boo? And she grabbed her hair and slammed it into the table. Reese, you need to watch the fight scene. Watch
Yeah.
last year's fight scene, and then we can have a third party finally tell us what she sees, who
Yeah.
doesn't
And
have
then she broke the
any
glass on the
she
little
doesn't care
thing
about Candace
with
and
that
she don't
glass in
care
her
about
hand.
Monique.
Oh,
She
that's
cares
good.
about neither one, and she can tell us what she's
Okay.
because I didn't feel it was threatening enough for that to happen. Just like watching Wendy and Mia, no one's hands was really in their face. And it wasn't
Yeah, because
really
they were on two different couches.
yeah, but
Or
even still,
chairs,
Wendy
whatever.
said, get your hands out my face. And Monique said, get your hands out my face. But neither one of them had hands in their face. And Monique was the one who reached over into Candace's space and started messing with her hair. And that's where I felt like that was just totally wrong. So, Reese, watch it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna come back completely different. Like y'all saw when Robin that you're like Robin wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I need to watch it again.
Yeah, just
I'll check it out so I can be the
yeah, be our mediator on that one.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
But it doesn't make sense why Wendy hates Mia so much. There has to be a backstory. Watch us find out she was somebody who bullied her back in school or something. She looks like her childhood bully.
Oh Lord.
I swear, it's something
Oh,
deep
luckily,
seated. She hates her for no reason. It has to be deep seated.
Yeah.
I think it's jealousy. It's something about that girl who walked in there and has just rubbed her the wrong way. You know, not Wendy. Mia came in there looking like $1,000,000 with her fur and her nice outfit,
She did.
and she looks like the type that has always wears like loud, good smelling cologne perfume. Like
She just
she was
came
that
in
type.
smelling and looking fabulous, delicious.
Yeah.
And Wendy couldn't handle it. And she done walked in her home where her man is at. Oh no, Mia
Mhm.
was just wrong in Wendy's eyes.
Yeah, it was too close. It was too close to home.
Look, and maybe she was expecting some old raggedy shriveled up dude, and then G came in there all cool and a handsome old man.
Who do you think had the most transformation growth since season one? Um,
Ashley. I haven't watched it that
Ashley,
long. Yeah,
yeah,
bits and pieces. I would think Ashley.
yeah. I
Now,
say a little
Ashley's
toss
still
up.
messy.
I
Ashley
think
still likes, you know, she's I like her messy because you know it. If you tell Ashley something about somebody else, you automatically know you've told the other person. You know what I'm saying? Ashley's not going to keep anything to herself. But I think Ashley, personally,
I would
that's
say it'd be a toss up between Ashley and Karen because, like I said, Karen has become more open, especially since her parents passed away. It's like that just changed a lot for her. I don't know. She felt like she had to keep up a facade for them because, like, she wouldn't even talk about the tax issues. And then after her parents died, then she started being open even about that. And now with Ashley, she has had some transformation, but she's still old Ashley, messy Ashley.
yeah.
So
She's
it'd
still
be a
messy.
tough two of them. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how she behaves after she has his second baby and see how her temperament lies. Because I thought she was going to change after she had Dean. Because at first, after she had Dean, you remember she was like going through postpartum. So she
Mhm.
was really sad and she was staying in the house. She wasn't even hanging out with the girls. But then, oh, Ashley came back. She
Yeah,
came back.
because you lose yourself after that. After it, I think you lose yourself more after the second one. I think the
Mm.
first one kind of feels like okay, life has changed, but that second one, boy, it's like a whole different beast. Just moving around, two kids, moving all that kind of stuff around. So it'll be interesting to see if postpartum happens for her again with the second one. But that's what the placenta is all about.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Anybody out there who ate or drank their placenta, I could do it.
She doing pills though, right?
Doing
Yeah,
pills, they'll dry it up and put it in pill form.
I guess if you're gonna do it, that's gonna be the best way though, because I couldn't
Yeah,
eat.
you'd still
Definitely.
taste it
I
though,
don't.
right?
You don't know what is going in you.
When you still
It's not. I
taste
think
it,
it's supposed to
Yeah,
have
'cause,
protein.
you try to take a pill and that stuff like, ugh. But it's probably still gonna be better than eating it or drinking it. I mean, I feel more disgusted by eating it or drinking it.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't never seen it for real, but I mean, I've seen what it look like on TV and pictures and that ain't nothing I want to eat. However, or drink, or even take a pill for them. But you gotta do.
The benefits they say are worth it, but I'm glad I'm out that stage.
It's
I
kind
can't.
of like me with some apple cider vinegar. I know that it's got great benefits, but every time I have tried to just take a sip of it, I want to throw up, and I just can't do it.
Yeah,
Look, my thoughts exactly, Yolanda. My
I
thoughts.
agree, Yolanda. Ugh, nasty.
Can't nobody get down with these pills.
No, I think you still taste it. You gotta remember the placenta holds all the toxins. I don't even know how that's good to even put in your body.
Yeah, because I feel like if the baby, because I know sometimes the baby uses the bathroom while it's come out. So wouldn't it be in that placenta? It's like, no.
It's like all the bad stuff, and you're wanting me to eat all the bad stuff because it's supposed to be good for me? That's even like with my sister. Whenever she has hers, I'm hoping she won't let it walk around with the placenta on until it drops off. That's what she's going to try and do. And I'm just like, no, cut it like everybody else.
That's what you cut out?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I just don't know no placenta. I don't know.
Well,
kids.
I
know you cut an umbilical cord, but I just did not think about the fact that that's what it's connected to. Because I just never knew what that was.
It's the afterbirth. It's all.
And why do you pull it off? Couldn't they just pull it off? It's already hanging out.
Yeah. Sometimes some people have to push it out.
You know what, Yolanda? I totally understand, but I just have to take some Metamucil.
Yeah. There's other fiber supplements out there.
Word Metamucil just don't sit right with me either.
I'd rather do that. Or
I'm too young. I'm sorry, I'm too young. I'm too young to even say the word Metamucil. No. No.
And what if they were like, Reese, we got these placenta pills and we got this Metamucil. Which one are you choosing?
It says there's no evidence that
I ain't got no kids, so I'm not gonna take somebody else's placenta. That's disgusting.
Okay, let's say it was your placenta, and I said I got your placenta pills, and I have some Metamucil. Which one are you taking? Or I'll throw in some prunes for you. You want the prunes, the placenta, or you want the Metamucil?
That's still a hard decision.
That's hard. But I found out what it's supposed to do. It's that it's being full of blood and stem cells. The placenta contains lots of iron, which can support healing and stave off postpartum anemia, which has been linked to postpartum depression. But there is no medical benefit. There is no evidence that it does that. So it's supposed to improve mood, energy, and milk supply. It's called licorice tea. Licorice tea.
It's called popping a bunch of iron pills.
Iron pills. If blood is what makes you depressed, iron.
Metamucil and the.
And I'm like, and you're gonna throw up, and you're gonna throw up. You're gonna throw up. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. That's just no. I can't. I can't. More power to the people, and of course they have money to do that. So I think you should be more worried about storing your umbilical cord for health benefits for your child than eating your placenta.
Yeah. It's just something about ingesting something. I'm gonna make myself sick.
Yeah, just like I said, you would still have to have the taste because it's in powder form. So it's just sitting around on powder form. I couldn't imagine.
Wait, powder form? What do you mean?
Because they grind it up in powder form, and that's how they put it in the pills. So even though it's sitting in the powder form, just like when
you put like a little cherry flavor in there or something.
Yeah. I would never be able to do it. Even the smell has to be death.
Ugh. Yeah, it has to be terrible. It came from in there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
that's the life I will never understand. I won't be having another one anytime soon to tell you guys my transformation into doing that.
You know what? If I ever have a kid, I ain't eating that placenta. I seen it on TV. I wouldn't even want to see it. I'd be like, pull that thing out and then throw it away. Don't show that to nobody.
That's normally what they do.
Yeah. I have no reason to see that.
Yeah.
Now I have heard the health benefits of letting it, like I said.
No.
You know what, Yolanda? Reese will probably cook hers.
I ain't eating no Metamucil.
You
I ain't
could've-
eating no
you
doggone
can
what is that,
fry it.
prunes?
You know what? Anything goes with deep fried cake batter or deep fried pancake batter. Just deep fry it, swirl it around the pancake
Reese
batter.
would fry it up like it's a pork chop. That's what she do. Have the rice, put it in gravy.
You can let it marinate in your favorite flavors.
Yeah, you can add that cherry flavor that you was talking about too.
Let it soak in some wine.
Because as much junk as I'm talking, yeah, no.
That's not what you want as the baby shower gift.
I know. I can get you a kit. So you
What is
can
it, a
serve it or dry it out.
What kid is this?
I'm sure they got a kit online.
I'm sure they do. That they would collect
dry it out.
They can keep it. They can keep it.
But the trust you have to know it's going to be your placenta. How do you know it ain't somebody else's?
Oh my God.
You're not even watching the process. And now you done ate somebody else's placenta, not even your own.
Yeah.
With the
And then you wonder why you still depressed. Like, it ain't even work. But yeah, because it was for you.
Oh, I couldn't do it. More power to y'all. I can't do it.
Yeah. Because you know what? And this was bad. I tell you, I had some. Have you ever heard of jackfruit? And it ain't nothing against nobody who loves jackfruit. Because when we went to the little market, I tasted it and I'm like, oh, this is so good. But then when I got it home and I started popping them things open in the jackfruit, I was like, the smell, I can't do the smell. And then it tastes like the smell, and then I couldn't eat it. So I'm like, so I just imagine, like you said, with the placenta, between the smell and the sight, I think the sight, to me, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah.
You would have to like make that thing, I don't know. You'd have to trick me and be like, here, take this Motrin. And I'm like, I do got a headache. What was that? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're going to do.
We're like, ooh, those were some funky tasting Motrin pills.
Yeah.
Oh, throw those away.
Oh, can you imagine if it has an aftertaste?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm good. Okay, we're done with this conversation. I'd rather go talk about Ray having sex.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about Ray.
And grandma's flapjack boobies. I'll talk about those too. Flapjacks and Ray's one.
Just trying to figure out what hole Michael been jumping into.
Yeah, me too.
You already know it's the booty hole. It's anal sex. They're having anal sex.
Oh, that booty bandit, Michael.
Booty bandit. That's why he's so happy. That's why he's answering the phone. Remember, she even said he answers the phone on the first ring.
Yes, said things are a lot better.
So
they have
after pregnancy, Ashley, you're gonna have to keep letting them stick it in the butt.
Yeah. She shouldn't have started that. What if you don't like it and go back the other way?
Right.
It's
I just don't know that I'd have been bragging that. Oh, and he answers the phone on the first ring. Now I wouldn't even be bragging about that.
She's trying to
flexing on. Oh well, he goes to the other hole. And, like none of that is a flex, girl.
Yeah, she was trying to. I think too, Reese. She was just trying to show her mother how he's changed. Yeah, that's what that's about. Because last season was he did a lot, and he had changed a lot because the household changed because of a baby.
Yeah, so, and Ashley called it indiscretions. He had an indiscretion.
He had an indiscretion, but this is where also, and I know it's hard because your family is your support system, but that's why it's so hard to tell your family everything that goes on in your household because of the triggers, and you're not leaving, so it's not even worth telling if you're not going to leave, because they'll always have that look like you better not do it again. But there's a possibility he will.
Very true. Very true. You remember they had the whole little family dinner about his indiscretion.
And the mom told him that it felt like you cheated on all of us. You cheated on her and you cheated on us. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how him cheating her.
What that was.
I think Yolanda's made us go well over our.
We've
Yeah.
gone over. All right, do y'all have any other thoughts or anything other scenes you want to talk about from last night's episode?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, everything I could think of. But it's so funny because a lot of times once we get off, I'll be like, oh man, I forgot to mention this. Even though I have my notes here too. And so she said Michael looked like Yoda off Star Wars.
He does look like Yoda.
Yes, that's
He
why I'm like,
does.
like, man, let the booty bend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope Yolanda comes on again Saturday.
Yes, so make
She
sure
just
you
made our
hit
conversation
subscribe and the
really loud.
bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. We've had a lot of fun with you tonight, Yolanda. All right, so I guess we'll wrap it up then. And hopefully we'll see our newfound friend Yolanda Saturday. Talk about lockup. If you haven't watched that show before, check it out, Yolanda. You're gonna love this show. My sister, Reese is my sister. She just started watching it. And what do you think about it, Reese? Why don't you tell Yolanda?
You want love out the lockup or life out the lockup?
Yes.
Oh man, that junk is crazy. I'm like, man, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. It's good. They
Yeah.
crazy. They crazy.
Different. Definitely different. It's a different reality.
Yeah. Thank you,
you.
Yolanda.
Come on live with us though. Yeah, come on live with us, Yolanda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Come on again.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to come back and join us. All right. All right. Well, I guess that's our review of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 2. So we'll be back next Monday with episode 3, or you can catch us Saturday for Love After Lockup. I don't even remember what episode we're on that one.
Might be
5? Is it 5?
you know
4 or 5?
4, I think.
4?
I think we're only on 4? Maybe.
4 or 5? Yeah.
It was 4, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, absolutely. So thank you for joining us. And if you made it all the way this far, you sat through us being really, really silly the last hour and a half. But we had a lot of fun. And so come back, check us out. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.